Although it looked like the Cowboys had triumphed. Oh my God. Although it looked like the Cowboys had triumphed with the cows successfully corralled into a pen, one managed to escape. From there, everything went south and the herd was on the loose again. What the fuck is up with these Cowboys? Fucked it up? Jesus. They gathered into the cornfields and into the woods, and we lost them. And you lost them? What the fuck is up, Internet? I'm that dude Swainzilla, aka old guy with too much time on his hands, coming at you from the man cave. And this is crazy ass news. The idea behind this series is that I scour the internet for crazy, recent, non political news stories that I don't know anything about. I choose articles based solely on their headlines, and I read through them while talking shit the whole time. Fugitive cows in Quebec captured after months on the run. It took you months to find a bunch of cows? I'm sorry, but to me, that sounds like an utter failure. Farmers Union uses food as bait to draw stragglers into the corral. The last fugitive cows that have been on the run since July were captured and returned home, says the local farmers union. The owner of the cows is keeping them in a barn before they rejoin the herd. What? The last cows, part of Quebec's runaway herd of Holsteins, were captured and returned home Saturday, said the local Union for Agriculture Producers, UPA Maurice. Uh, the last part of Quebec's runaway herd. Jesus. The herd of more than 20 dairy cows. Where were these fucking cows hiding? Had been on the run since July, when they were spooked by a summer thunderstorm on a dairy farm near Saint-Barnabé. I don't know how to pronounce that. What the fuck is that? Close to Jesus. This is just up the road, man. Canada, and I can't read this language. Close to Trois-Rivières, Q. Since then, they had been contentedly gazing wherever they liked and wreaking havoc on farmers' fields nearby. I don't understand. So they know where they're at. Why was it so hard to maybe get in the... What? If they knew where they were at, grazing, and the farmers had to report these motherfucking cows. But starting last month, UPA Maurice led the efforts to capture the cows. At the beginning of December, an enclosure was set up with the goal of attracting the cows with food, said Jean-Sébastien Dubé, Director of Communications for the Fédération de Upa de la Maurice. What? Jesus Christ. This sounded good. With a feeding point inside the enclosure, the goal was to attract the animals to the inside of the enclosure and that they adopted different eating routines. Wait. Why does that sound so funny? With a feeding point inside the enclosure, the goal was to attract the animals to the inside of the enclosure, okay? And that they adopt different eating routines. What's that? Why is that part of that sentence? Said Dubé, adding that the weather was on the other side, with the winter bringing in cold temperatures and snow that covered up other possible food sources. Oh, okay. Since the food was less available on the ground, so it made the cows more dependent on the food we were offering. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, and these are the enclosures. Oh, so they couldn't get them in these enclosures. All right. They couldn't catch them. They knew where they were at, but they couldn't catch them. I feel like this happens an awful lot, where cows get loose and the farmers can catch them pretty quick. I mean, they were spooked by a thunderstorm, so maybe they just got spread out like crazy. One of the enclosures set up to capture the runaway Holsteins, John Sebastien Dubé, says that about 20 people were involved in the effort. In December, they captured 4 cows. Now the UP Mauricie says it has recovered 13 cows and 2 calves that were born during the cows' time on the lam. Oh, so these cows were getting freaky too on the run. Good call. Okay. Dubé says that about 20 people helped capture the animals. Okay. Just in case, enclosures up until Wednesday. Okay. Jesus, why French? Jean-Yves Saint Arnaud, the mayor of Saint Severé, says that he was happy to hear that the UPA Mauricie effort, along with the help of Quebec's agriculture ministry, was a success. My first reaction was that I was very happy and pleased about the situation, but also with a bit of caution. Oh shit, what's the caution? Adding that he wants to make sure they didn't miscount the Holsteins. Ooh, is that a thing? Yeah, because they're just catching these cows on, they're another farmer's property. We asked them to leave the enclosures up until Wednesday, thinking there could be 2 to 3 more cows. Oh, okay. In the case of an error in our calculations, some people said there were 24 cows, others say 27 or 28. What? How do you... That's a pretty big range. I thought it said 20. Didn't it say 20? Oh, 20 people helped. Oh, man, I thought it said 20 somewhere. Yeah, the herd of more than 20 cows. Okay. 28 of them. Jesus. Cows adapting well to farm life. Dubé says the animals seem to be in good shape and are back on the farm. There were experts in bovine production who visited the farm before the return of the animals to ensure optimal conditions. Oh, so they didn't want to make sure they were ruined. And ever since their return, they are adapting super well, says Dubé. Their owner, Pierre Lapointe, a dairy producer in Saint-Barnabé, says the cows are being kept in the barn so they can get used to the other animals. I mean, they've been gone since July. This is new, right? This is the 9th. Yeah, so today. Since July. Jesus. He expects they will be able to return to the fields next summer once they are used to the fences and herd life. Tens of thousands of dollars in damages. These fucking cows. God damn, look at them. Just ripping through a cornfield. The cows' adventures may have seemed heroic or amusing to the public. I thought it was pretty funny. That's why I picked to read the story. But Saint Arnaud says it was quite serious for some local farmers. Yeah, they're kind of fucking up their shit. I feel like I've heard of people killing fucking cows when they come on the wrong property around in America. So it's a wonder these fuckers are still kicking. Haven't been swiped. He estimated the fugitive cows caused tens of thousands of dollars in damage as they trampled or ate crops under cover of darkness. Oh, so these motherfuckers would sneak in and eat some fucking corn and shit? Okay. When it comes to corn, they eat the top half of it and leave the bottom half, and then the rain goes inside of it, says Arnaud, so a crop is completely lost. Yeah, they fucking fucked that corn up. You can tell just by looking at it. Parts of farmers' cornfields were flattened by the herd. Yeah. He says around 7 farmers contacted him near the end of October about the situation, but the village, population 812, initially couldn't help because it involved private property. Yeah, when animals stay on private property, we as a municipality cannot intervene. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? Said Saint Arnaud. Around the last week of October, we started asking questions and we interviewed once we realized they were going on the road. Oh, intervene once they were going on the road. Yeah, interesting. Although the next step was to contact government organizations such as Quebec's Agricultural Ministry and the Ministry of Forests, Fauna and Parks. What's fauna? Saint Arnaud said that the city received conflicting replies about whose jurisdiction covered cows that have run wild. Yeah, I mean, this probably. Yeah, I feel like that's why people just fucking shoot them around here. I definitely know a story of some cows going on the wrong person's property, and those people just shot them and then butchered them because they were on their property. Interesting. But then they were running wild on the roads, and that's when they could get involved. Yeah, there's got to be a pretty gray area about how that shit is handled. Capture comes after rodeo cowboys failed in October. Oh, they brought some rodeo cowboys in. The capture of the cows come after a failed mission in October involving 8 Saint-Tite cowboys. St. Ard said the mission was Plan Z, a last resort, with the crew working a long 12-hour day. Oh, so they were out there one day. They lent us barriers which measured 6 feet so that the cows don't jump over it, and 8 cowboys and a drone operator. Why is this? It's got to be the translation of this. They lent us barriers which measure 6 feet so that the cows don't jump over it, and 8 cowboys and a drone operator. We were well equipped, said Saint Arnaud. Cowboys from Saint-Tite. Tite. Tite, right? Saint-Tite unsuccessfully tried to capture and return 20 cows that had been on the run since July. Although it looked like the cowboys had triumphed. Oh my God. Although it looked like the cowboys had triumphed with the cows successfully corralled into a pen, one managed to escape. From there, everything went south and the herd was on the loose again. What the fuck is up with these cowboys? Fucked it up? Jesus. They gathered into the cornfields and into the woods, and we lost them. And you lost them? Said Saint Arnaud. He says the community is happy the situation is now under control. One of Saint Arnaud's primary concerns was how the cows posed a major risk to drivers. Yeah, these fuckers are on the road and shit. Right now there is no more danger. The cows aren't there. We're returning to normal, said Saint Arnaud. Wow. I love how the cowboys captured them and then they escaped into the night to fucking eat corn and fuck, because apparently they got pregnant and shit. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I definitely have heard a story, and it wasn't that long ago that somebody was telling me that one of their friends' boyfriend got into some kind of situation because the neighbor's cows were on their land, and he just shot and killed them, and then they got them butchered. And I don't know how that played out, but I can see where there's some gray area in that. But Jesus, since July, it just seems like it would be a lot easier to catch these cows than they made it out to be. I mean, these are farmers. Like, the guys that plant this corn don't know how to fucking corral a cow, so somebody can just pick it up in a trailer? I mean, am I faded for thinking that this seemed like it was out of control? Since July. Interesting. I mean, it's not the wildest story, but I mean, I have a hard time fucking pronouncing French words. I took French in high school, but man, I don't remember a fucking stitch of it. Should we read some of the comments? Let's see what some of the comments say. Yay, they got fresh air and exercise, not like the ones literally changed. Jesus Christ. Milking the news of those cows. Great adventure will take until the cows come home. Oh, jeez. It's an utter conspiracy. They will be milked for all they're worth. Oh, jeez. Okay, so that's the gist. That's the vibe we're working with. Yeah, Monica's like, fuck that, man. Let the cows run wild. And then Brian and Robert, they're all about fucking cracking some jokes. I love it. I love it. I'm just glad the cows are safe. And for the farmers, I mean, I feel like the farmers that got their corn trampled are gonna, you know what I mean? This guy that they're his cows. I mean, he's gonna be responsible for them. So I'm sure he's gonna have to pay like some fucking. He's gonna have to pay this $10,000. I don't know, man. I just feel like they made a big deal. I just feel like this is not that. I just feel like those cows couldn't have been that hard to catch. But I'm not a farmer. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Catch you on the next one. Later.